Morning. All right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon for Opulence family around the world.
Good morning, Danny.
Happy to be here with all of you this morning. Are you excited? The chat started to grow. Good morning, Yvonne. Hola, say hi to me. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. We have partners from all around the world here, and we are getting ready to start a phenomenal morning with fantastic training for all of you. One of my favorite topics, which is compensation plan. I know with the update, there's a lot of questions. So today, by the time we finish, you gotta become a master of the compensation plan. And I am excited to share this morning with our host of the month, all the way from the beautiful island of St. Lucia, Bernicia. My dear, it is my absolutely pleasure to be sharing this morning with you.
Can you hear me, Danny?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Wow, you look refreshed. Like really refreshed. And amazing as usual.
Thank you. Well, you know what? There is so many things. Like, you couldn't believe. Every week there's so many things I want to share with you. There's so many things happening in our company. Everything is positive. Everything is great. And you know what? When I get to share with you, I get the goosebumps.
So I'm excited about the training today, Danny. I know many persons are not very open with the fine details of our compensation plan, how very simple yet very powerful it is. I remember 8 years ago, while I loved our products, that's our fashion products then, what really kicked me into massive action was when I really understood the compensation plan. And what up to today I cannot understand is how Ramin is able to pull this off. With this, the biggest thing for me is the infinity part of our compensation plan. I just don't know how he pulls that off, but it is the thing that makes us very different to the rest of the industry. So I'm excited and looking forward to what you're going to be delivering on our compensation plan today.
Awesome. Well, listen, when we create update, I want to make sure every single one of you have access to this information on a weekly basis until we get it, until everybody is on it. I understand that everybody is going to be on these calls, but we have the team in Philippines. I can see we have, Judy, Cali, and Anil in Alberta. I know everybody's getting ready for a fantastic event that is about to happen over there with you, Bernicia, in Alberta as well. I see Nora from Cebu in Philippines. I have our corporate team in the headquarters in Philippines as well. We have the team coming on board. We have the team in Toronto. I see Boris as well from Alberta. This shows me we have team from Israel. Oh my God, I love this. The team obviously here in Toronto. We have Rosa Maria, Said, Tammy Whitmer from United States. Team Pasio, Valencia, Yehuda from Israel. Like, I love to see this. You know why? It shows me your commitment to learn. It shows me your commitment to understand the fine print. And listen, we don't have fine prints, but to understand every detail of our compensation plan so that you can maximize it, right? So that you can be better at how are you working your business to maximize on the income. And you have no idea, every single day, how many questions we get that are clarified on trainings. And the reason why people have these questions is because they don't show up. So I want you to stretch this enough with your team. If you don't show up for training, you will miss this. You will, and it's not about me. You are going to miss the information that we give you, the tips that we give you. By the way, I'm excited and I'm looking fresh because we are less than 90 days to go into our cruise. I am so excited for the cruise. There is amazing news coming about the cruise. Next week, I'm going to do an event blitz. I'm going to teach you how are you going to make it to the cruise. We have to have the bookings by August 1st. This is the last month. You can actually get the early bird. And we're trying to stretch it with the ship. These are things that they are not in our hands. You know, we are not the cruise line. We're just trying to get as many people on the cruise. We have many, many qualifiers. I believe it's about 30, 35 qualifiers that you gotta make a commitment to come to the cruise. You have to make that decision for you and for your business to be on that cruise. And a few weeks ago, I showed you how easy it was to actually make the money from your business to go into that cruise. So if you haven't done so, if you haven't set that as a priority, OMG, you're missing huge. We're gonna have recognition. We're gonna have awards night. We're gonna have so much fun. There is so many activities to do in a week. You know, in the Bahamas, like I know Bernicia is used to the beach life, but for those of us who are not used to the beach life, right?
No, Danny, listen, I went on online and really went through this new ship. I mean, I've done this cruise twice, and I did an exploration of this new ship. Listen, even if I was from Canada, I'm sorry, I would not leave the ship because there's so much to be done. I think this cruise should be 9 days because 5 days is not enough to cover the ship. And the number of things that's there to be done on the ship, so much fun, and there's no I could do a vacation to cover all food, drinks, accommodations, entertainment, fun, so many things to be done in a whole week for that little amount of money. I mean, it's insane as to what this cruise is going to be.
This ship, Bernicia, is absolutely insane. They just did that right now on this ship. It's phenomenal. We can go through the details next week as well. But oh my God, like not only the activities, we're gonna go to Coco Cay, one full day. This is an island that they basically build I am so getting into the aqua park. Like I am so into slides and fun. Like, oh my God, I can't wait. And even though I'm working, right? I'm gonna go there to work, but I just can't wait for the fun. And you know what? For me, most importantly, is the quality of time that I get to spend with all of you, you know, to recognize you for your achievements. You know, it pays off for the work that you do on a daily basis for your business. So today I'm gonna teach you, you know, all of those updates that we have done on the compensation plan, in case you're watching this or you're taking a look at the recording for the first time, so that you are, you know, aware of what's happening and obviously how to maximize it, right? So I see Yvonne is in Greece, obviously, with Socrates, one of our newest partners in Greece. That's phenomenal. Congratulations, Eyal, for making the commitment. Nora, all the way in Philippines as well. And she says, who doesn't want to learn more about the payout, right? If you don't know how we get paid in Opulence Global, well, this is the training you want to be on. And you know what, with all the phenomenal changes that our CEO did to the packages, with the Home Safe Revolution coming into our lives, and all the amazing products that we have to share with our team and with our prospects, obviously it makes sense to have an increase on the CV, have an increase on the payout. People are excited about how much they're making by sharing the business opportunity and opening other online shops around the world. That we just had to adjust the numbers because everything comes, you know, I call it like an accordion. Like if you're working through a target, automatically you get a different target. Automatically you get another payout. Automatically you qualify for MGRS. Automatically you can, you know, with a little bit of growth and helping your team, you can hit the first level of car and so on and so forth. So I love it. I love it. So it's 10:09, and I think, you know, if you have not let your team know, I know the chats are going crazy as well. If you want to let your team know, we are getting ready for this phenomenal training. Today, it's about you. It's about you asking the questions. Like, I know you're very good students, and sometimes we're shy to ask the questions like, oh, what is she going to think if I ask this? Ask. I rather be here sitting 2 hours with you answering to your questions. I want to make sure you become a master of this. Not because I don't want to talk to you over the week, but I want to make sure you can pass on this information to your team members and that they learn and that they understand. So, you know, as soon as I start sharing, Bernicia, if you can help me with the chat because I can't see it, So you please feel free to interrupt me at any time. Feel free to interact with me. I want to make sure our team members, like even you, Bernicia, I know you are on the field working as a soldier, and you can tell me, you know, different ideas, like what are you doing to get your new VIPs? What are you doing to get the NRS? Like all of these little items that when people see it for the first time, they might not understand it completely. And I want to make sure we dissect the compensation plan to a point that is so clear as crystal, so clear. It's easy, it's simple, but you know what? We tend to complicate things. We tend to try to find the origin of the wheel, and we shouldn't. It's just simple. And I know 99% of you are leading your business with Fountain of Life, which actually pays you 60% push up in the binary. So it's actually more, it's actually better, but it's good that we can have this personal conversation today, and I know it's gonna be fantastic for all of you. This does not affect anywhere you are in the world because the compensation plan, all the examples are based on lifestyle advisor packages so that it's easy for you to understand. And we also have Teresa Bolton. Good morning. She had a beautiful birthday this weekend, actually this past week, same as our senior vice president. So congratulations and happy birthday, Teresa. I hope you had a fantastic day. I know many of you are having birthdays in July. So it's awesome. Happy birthday to you. I'm going to start sharing the slides. I have made a little bit more adjustments to this, even though you probably have seen this presentation many times. I have it available for all of you. But as you know, we have included the new on the new packages, the Safe Home Revolution. And that includes all different products from all our different verticals, so people can have access to this and maximize it. If they choose to become lifestyle advisors, they pay $1,500 Canadian. That's the value based on your country. Obviously, it varies because of taxes, VATs, duties, shipping, and all of that. But all the calculations are based on Canadian prices and are based on the lifestyle advisor package. So always remember this. This is your main package that has the best value. I see countries like Singapore, for example, where they only focus on lifestyle advisor packages. They don't even look at the other ones, right? Because this is where people get the best value for their dollar. So I am the kind of person, and you correct me if I'm wrong, that when you go out shopping, you're actually looking for the best value for you, right? You're just not going and it's like, okay, you're not even looking at the price tag, but you want to see if they have a sale, if you have a coupon. Like, if people are looking for the sale, people are looking for the deal of the day, basically. So you can call it the deal of the day, you know, the special of the night. You call it whatever you want. People get $400 in bonus shopping credits for free. That means they are not paying for it. It's over $2,000 value if you were to sell this package. So even if you come on board, you become a lifestyle advisor, and you decide to do nothing with your business, you still win, okay? So people are redeeming right away their bonus shopping credits that they get for free for more product. Why? Because they want to go out and sell. They want to go out and share. That's absolutely discretional. That's absolutely your decision. Or you can save it for the future, whatever it is, and we're gonna go through that in a minute. So we have 3 packages, the Lifestyle Advisor package for $1,500, but I want to make a pause here. With the new updates, we gave you now more CV, okay? That means every time you sell, we're gonna call it like this, every time you sell a Lifestyle Advisor package, you make more money in CV. That means it pushes up to the binary and it pushes up money for you, right? That's your wholesale profit. So I go back here. You make $500 in CV every time you launch a Lifestyle Advisor. And you make $250, that's immediate money in your hands, right? Go to your e-wallet in wholesale profits. Wow, just this slide is powerful. Because that means if you make yourself your commitment to share the business opportunity with 1 LA a week, that's $250 a week. And I don't know in other countries, but when I came to Canada, and the reason why I share this is because it's so powerful. I was making $5 an hour as a designer in my first company when I joined, just because my heart was full of desire to stay in this country. And that was the price I had to pay. So I was making $250 a week only to pay for my entire living, which I wasn't used to, obviously. But what I'm telling you is that how powerful this is, that if I get to do 1 tour a day, like you name it, because this gives you the freedom, you can do that in a day. And actually you don't take the 8 hours, right? I had to work 8 hours at least a day to make my $50, and at the end of the week get to 50. But if you're actually doing this in 1 hour or in 2 hours, you're actually making $250 in 2 hours. That's $125 an hour. How powerful is that? And you not only get to do this, but when you're teaching your team members to do the same and you're sharing the business opportunity with others, you also get volume in the binary. And today we're going to understand volume. What does the volume does? We have something very powerful that says like this. We have the only compensation plan in the market that pays on both teams, on all sales to infinity. Learn these 3 phrases. It's powerful. We have the only compensation plan in the industry that pays on both teams, all sales to infinity. I don't know if you know, but if you are a master in MLM, this does not exist. And like Bernicia was saying, I don't know how our CEO does it. But you have this power. You have this tool, this compensation plan in your hands, and we're going to dig on it. So refreshing, every time I share the business opportunity with someone, I receive $500 commissionable volume in the binary and $250 cash per launch. Questions so far? All clear? Okay. Of course, we have other packages like the lifestyle promoter. So for someone who, we call it the safe home personal package, someone that only wants to start because they want to be, personal use type of thing. They are not interested to build a business or whatever it is, their circumstances, or maybe they want to upgrade to lifestyle advisor in the future, whatever it is. They join with a $600 Canadian package. Okay, same thing. Prices may vary depending on your country and your taxes and all of that. You get $100 for free. It's still a phenomenal package, but you only make 20%, 25% discount on the product, okay? Amazing package. You make a little bit different money on the binary and obviously on the wholesale profit, and the retailer, that is $225. You have 2 bottles, you get your website, 20% discount on your products, okay? Now, based on the compensation plan, today I want to focus only on how are you making this income. You can be the queen of sales and the queen of retailing. Like I know a lot of you are doing hundreds of bottles in cash and carry sales, which is fantastic, because that was one of my personal goals when I came into Opulence, was to teach you and to give you tools so that you can go out and learn and create money and income and cash. We call it the kachin for the day-to-day. But once you start growing an organization, you are building the money for tomorrow. You're building your future income. So every time I go out and sell something, that's my money for today. That's the money for my mortgage. That's the money for my rent. That's the money for my utilities. That's the money for my food. But my organization, right, my binary commissions, I use for my living, for my future, for my dreams, for my trips, right? To travel the world with my family, to take my children to university. That's the future. I see people with thousands of dollars in commissionable volume in their back office, and they don't even know that they have it. So, are you excited about this? Our plan, same thing. We are the only compensation plan that pays on both teams. We have a binary setting. We have talked about this many, many times. We pay or you actually can earn up to 8.5%. That means on all the sales that happen in your organization to infinity, you are always going to need two teams, a left and a right.
Danny, before you move on, Teresa Bolton is asking, what is the wholesale profit and the CV for the lifestyle promoter and retailer?
Yeah, awesome. If you want to see it, I can show you. It's right here. I was just going to go into it in a little bit, but I can give you. If you are a lifestyle advisor and you bring a retailer, you make $25 and you get $55 CV, okay? If you are a lifestyle advisor and you bring a promoter, you make $100 and you get $200 in CV. If you are a lifestyle advisor and you bring a lifestyle advisor, you make $250 and you get $500 CV. This is powerful, okay? You can also download this document from your back office, but the reason why I want to dissect this document is because the information we put here is very powerful. And sometimes people don't understand it when they see it for the first time. So they need, you know, one of you, a leader, or when you are sharing it with your team so they understand how they make money, or they can just go and revisit this video. Understood?
Clear.
Obviously, if you are a lifestyle promoter and if you are a lifestyle advisor, like everybody makes a little bit of a different type of commission, which we are going to see as well. So if you're a promoter, you also make money. If you are a promoter and you bring a retailer, you make $20. If you are a promoter and you bring a promoter, you bring $75. And if you launch an advisor, you make $150. So for the same effort, for the same amount of time, you just make less. That's why your goal number one is to have lifestyle advisors.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? If you are a retailer and you're bringing a retailer, you make $15. If you bring a promoter, you get $50. And you bring an advisor, you make $100. So my question to you is, do you want to make $100 or do you want to make $250?
Mm-hmm.
The choice is yours. Okay? That's why the step number one on the highway is become a lifestyle advisor. That's where you want to start. Okay? So we paid cash in terms of money, the money that you make on the binary, right? The money for the future comes from cycles. That as soon as in your binary you hit this cycle, this amount of money is going to be basically released or earned, okay? Most people run their business with the level 1 cycle because it's easy and because most MLMs talk about this cycle. So when you are meeting with people that know about multi-level marketing and they ask you, okay, how much you get paid on a cycle? They are talking about the first level, okay? And most companies pay 3%, just so you know. 3%, 1%, 2%. On the first cycle, Opulence Global pays 5%, okay? And when you, I know many of you are doing a lot of comparisons with other multi-level companies where, you know, they pay you on the weak leg or not on the strong leg, and then you're accumulating volume, but you never have access to it type of thing. So to activate your binary, you need one person on the left and one person on the right. They have to be at least a promoter. If you're a promoter, if you're an advisor, they need at least an advisor on each side, generating $150 in personal volume. Easy and simple. That's your personal volume. We talk about it. I know nowadays it's almost irrelevant because obviously people are consuming or selling, I should say, more than $150 a month, but we have to say it, $150 in personal volume. So the software is designed, and I'm telling you, our software is so smart because it's designed to choose and to find what is best for you in a cycle, right? Where you have 300 on the left and 600 on the right, right? 1/3, 2/3, or 50-50, 450 and 450 for level 1, okay? Or 600 on the left and 300 on the right. The software will choose the best option that will pay you the highest, okay? So as long as there is $900 between your two teams, okay, 3 or 600, 450 and 450, or 600 and 300. It doesn't matter. That's why when people say, oh, like, where do I put, you know, my next partner? Well, you choose. It's never, your both teams are never going to be balanced. That's why we all have a personal leg and we all have a power leg, right? So once you understand how the volume works, you can play around with it and start generating a strategy with your team where you are building, you know, your teams so that you can maximize the compensation plan. So the first level is $900 and it pays you 5%. So 5% of $900 is $45. In order to make this $45 cash in your e-wallet, you need to become a lifestyle advisor and generate $150 in personal volume. Easy and simple. So my question to you is, do you want to get paid $45 or do you want to get paid $25? Okay, because for the same amount of work, for the same amount of commissionable volume, you're gonna get paid $25 if you're a promoter, or if you are an advisor generating $75 in personal volume. If you are generating $75 in personal volume, you are going to get paid $25. But if you are a lifestyle advisor on $150, you get paid $45. And these cycles increase. So the system will see how many cycles you can get, and the software checks for that every Sunday at midnight so that you get paid on the following Tuesday. So this could happen at any time, as many times on the day. Like if you have a lot of volume and there's a lot of volume coming into your organization, this could happen more than one time a day, right? And then at Sunday, the system checks, okay, this is how much volume there is in the entire organization. It checks, first of all, if you are PV qualified, if you have generated the $150 for that particular month. And if you have generated the 150, then you are qualified, okay? So it's going to check for the three type of combinations that would give you the best, maybe a little bit in here, a little bit in here, maybe 50-50, whatever it is, and then it pays you on the following Tuesday. So as you can see, the higher the volume, like the more volume you have, the more money you make, because you would think that at $1,800, if I am actually doing double, like level 1 is 900, if I am doing double, that's 1,800, I should get paid 90. Well, now we give you 5.5%, so you actually make $100. So the more volume you have, the higher the payout, okay? And if you have $3,600, instead of making $200, you make 6.1.5%, and you have $220. When I see these numbers, I get excited, because if you go above and beyond $5,400, we give you immediately 7.4. That's, you know, to add up the 8.5%. So $400 plus $60 in bonuses. So you're going to receive $30 for your personal convention pool and $30 for your marketing pool. Okay? So these two cycles, or these two bonuses, are kept in your back office, and you can see them every time you hit a power cycle. You get paid $400 in your e-wallet, $30 in your convention pool, and $30 in your marketing pool. Okay? Now, let's say you are a lifestyle advisor and you have shared the business opportunity with all these people, but you are always going to have people who want to start as retailers and some people that want to start as promoters, and they want to stay there. They are going to be in the company because of personal consumption or whatever it is. They might not be growing in the company. That's okay. We have something called the Lifestyle Advisor Personal Team Bonus. I know many of you have access to this. So if you have retailers and promoters, you also have access to this bonus, because you as a lifestyle advisor have access to 30% discount on your products, correct? Retailers have access to 20% and promoters to 25%. So the difference, the 5% and the 10% difference, instead of the company keeping it, the company is giving it to you, to the sponsor. The company is saying, you know what, Bernicia? You brought in 10 retailers. Instead of keeping the 10% difference, guess what? We're going to give it to you. It's your bonus because you are helping your 10 retailers. You are mentoring the 10 retailers. You are helping their business grow of those 10 retailers. So Bernicia, every time they go and buy something and place an order or redeem their shopping credits from their Smart Buy, you are going to get paid in your e-wallet 10% of what they purchase. So if they are on a $35 subscription, for example, of shopping credits every month, and they are on a subscription, when they go and redeem the $35 for product as retailers, you get paid the 10%. If they are on Smart Buy though, and in the Smart Buy, they have chosen $35 in product or $35 in shopping credits, then you get paid immediately because they are actually buying at that time, okay? It's a purchase. But if it's just the subscription, you get paid when they redeem the shopping credits. And if they are promoters, 5%. So it's a little bit extra money that you're adding to your income because we make money in so many different ways. You are selling, you have your personal volume, you have your cycles in the binary, you have the personal team bonus. You wanna hear more? You have the monthly global revenue sharing pool that I know many, many, many of you get so excited. And today I am going to dissect for you every single step of the MGRS. And here you go. So every time there is a power cycle in the company, we keep all the power cycles at the end of the month. That's why it's called the monthly global revenue sharing. And we create shares based on the people who qualified, who make the qualifications. So if you're a lifestyle advisor, you're gonna get 1 share. If you're a lifestyle director 1, you get 2 shares. And if you're a lifestyle director 2, 3, 4, royal and presidential, you get 3 shares, okay, of the monthly global revenue sharing. What does monthly global revenue sharing stand for? We wanted it to create an incentive that people will learn the basics of their business and that they would do every single month. Because what you see here for qualifications, it's the basics you should be doing in your business month after month after month. And if you're doing this, I guarantee you, we have partners even on this call that have been on MGRS every single month in and month out since it started, because they are focusing their business on the basics. So we're gonna go through the qualifications, and if you have any questions, Bernicia, let me know if there is questions from the team. Qualification number 1, you have to be PV qualified, right? You are on $150. First of all, you have to be a lifestyle advisor, because if you are not a lifestyle advisor, you can't participate on the MGRS. So step number 1, become a lifestyle advisor, right? Then you have to have $150 in personal volume. Right here, you have the little shopping cart with the 150, right? We always use the same icon so that it's easy for you to understand them. You're either buying for yourself, right? $150 a month. It could be your toothpaste, your Fountain of Life, your Fairy Flawless. It could be the products that you use on a daily basis. It could be a family pack. It could be the products that you're buying to sell. So a family pack is, we already talked about it. It's 13 bottles a month. That's basically 1 bottle every 2 days. You call it this the way you want to call it. I love to see small steps instead of big ones, because when you tell someone that they have to sell all this amount of product, right? People were like, okay, we don't want people to stock on product if they don't have to. One of the amazing things of our company is people don't have to carry big inventory, right? And on a direct selling industry, that's huge for people to know that they don't have to carry inventory. So you're buying for you, you're buying to sell, or you can be buying shopping credits and save for the future. A lot of people like to save their shopping credits for Christmas. A lot of people like to save, you know, 150, and then redeem. You can do whatever you want. You have the freedom to choose how you want to use your 150 and how you want to buy the 150. Okay? That's qualification number 1. Number 2, you have to open a new shop, at least 1. Okay, it could be a lifestyle promoter and above. It could be a lifestyle promoter or a lifestyle advisor. So if you share the business with a lifestyle promoter, you are going to receive $200 in CV. And if you are a lifestyle advisor, you receive $500 in CV. The MGRS is basically your personal activity, okay? Third, BIP. You have to have a new BIP. $200 in new retail sales. When you create a new BIP, you can have, I think the highest I've seen is more than 30 BIPs in a month. That means you're doing one BIP a day. Okay, we have partners with many BIPs. Why? Because you want to shop. If you are sharing the business opportunity with people, they want to shop. They want to have the freedom of ordering whenever they want to order. They want to have the freedom of having shopping credits for free. They want to have the welcome bonus, whatever it is. New retail sales means this particular person have not shopped from you before. Counts as new retail sales. This VIP could have opened their account a year ago. They never shopped from you. It is considered new retail sales. And the best part is if you have a VIP that is excited and today they buy $20 and tomorrow another 20 and the next day another 20 and for the entire month that they just bought from you, the entire month counts. So even if it's 2020, 2020, all their sales count towards your NRS. If it's a VIP that recently bought something, okay? It's the first time that they have purchased from you. So it is new retail sales, okay? So you can either have one VIP that buys $200 from you, or you can have 4 VIPs that buy $50 from you. Now, the reason why I put 4 VIPs that buy 500 is if you want to split it. But the reality is that even if your VIP buys 1 bottle of F oil from you, it's not even 50 anymore.
Danny, just to clarify, I think some persons are wanting to know, the $50 that can be the purchase of anything.
Yes.
Because you had $50 for a bottle of Fountain of Life before, so now the $75 for 1 bottle would replace the 50. So it doesn't matter whether it's a piece of jewelry or Fountain of Life, the 4 times 50 would give you whatever it is that your customers buy.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. It is. VIP means that what are you selling? Well, first of all, I always say that our #1 product in Opulence, it's called hope. Because we provide an opportunity for people to achieve generational wealth. So our #1 product is called hope. People join for many reasons, team. Many reasons. Most of them, one of the biggest reasons is they have hope for tomorrow, that they are going to achieve something bigger, that they're going to have better health, that they're going to have better wealth, that they're going to have, better people around themselves, because people join because of people. The next thing is that you can sell fashion, you can sell beauty, you can sell health, and you can sell shopping credits. So anything in your shop counts. Fashion, beauty, health, or shopping credits. That's the 4 things you can actually buy from your shop, and then you can sell from your shop. So if you put on your glasses as a customer, and I come into my opulence.com, what can I buy? I can buy fashion, I can buy beauty, I can buy health, and I can buy shopping credits. So everything counts. I'm just giving you the example of Fountain of Life because I know 99% of you are leading your business with Fountain of Life. That's why I clearly said, even if they were to buy only 1 bottle of Fountain of Life, that would be above the $50. But it's up to you. It could be 1 VIP buying a watch. You would be above and beyond the 200. I'm just giving you the minimums. That's why I said we're going to dissect the numbers, but this is minimum numbers for many of you. And then BQB, which I know for so many people it becomes so complicated, but I want to make it so easy for you to understand. BQB, it's the CV from all your personal activity. So it's all of this, all of this in CV makes the BQB. So the BQB is the volume of this, the volume of this, and the volume of this together. So listen to this. If I bring an LA and I get 500 CV, Does this 500 CV counts for BQB? Do like this on the chat so Bernicia knows you're listening. Yes. If you bring an LP and an LP gives you 200 CV, does that count for BQB? Yes. So we only adjusted the numbers for you. Now, if you have a VIP that buys $200 from you in Fountain of Life, how much is the push-up in CV? 60%, correct? So 60% of 200 is 120 CV. That counts for BQB. And
Danny, then there's something that needs to be reviewed in the system, because yesterday I sold 6 bottles online. The 6 bottles is 450. Well, international, yeah. But the BQV is not 60%. It actually is 35%. The push-up volume as well.
No, okay. I'm gonna explain you. All the values that they pay is based on Lifestyle Advisor pricing in Canadian dollars. That's why I said in the beginning, it's always Canadian. That's why I said it doesn't matter where you live, the value never changes. The value is a static value. The same way for every bottle of Fountain of Life, you make 26, 25 CV around the world. Because people in Kenya, I know we have people from Kenya in the call, are paying 70% VAT and duties. That is completely irrelevant for the people in St. Lucia. Or the people in the Philippines who are paying 40% in VAT and duties. So every market is different. That's why in order to have clarity for all of you, it is based on your Canadian pricing. That's why in here I put this training is based on Canadian pricing, right? So if it's $200 in sales, okay, or $200 in Fountain of Life or fashion or whatever, I'm just doing it plain numbers. Now, 50% of your personal volume, if you're buying FOL, for example, 60% of 150 is how much? 90, right? Open up your calculators. If you are buying $150 in Fountain of Life, times 60%, that's $90. 50% of your personal volume counts for BQB. 50% of your personal volume of FOL becomes $45. So do I want to get BQB from what I sell or from what I buy? What do you think?
Both, but more from what I sell.
Exactly. It's from what you sell, because you're going to get more BQB from what you sell than what from you buy. Because we don't want people to just buy product and stock product in their basements, right? We want people to be actively sharing the product, which I love. For the longest time in my 14 years in direct selling, I was tired of seeing people complain about direct selling companies because they have their basements full of boxes and boxes of product that they can't never eat. They can't never sell. We don't want that. So just by doing your activities, that's $865 in BQB. You only need $750 to qualify for MGRS. Isn't this powerful?
It is.
Before the adjustment, you were making $330 CV per LA, so your BQB was $500. But now you get $500 from an LA, so we will lose the entire purpose of having VIPs and selling product. So the update of the compensation plan is just an adjustment of numbers, but you are doing exactly the same activity. By the way, the reason why we put lifestyle promoter and above is because even with a lifestyle promoter, you would get enough BQB. Now, remember when we launched the momentum package? The momentum package gives you, just so you know, over $700 in BQB because it's a personal purchase. So without worrying about this number, buying the momentum pack, you not only get free shopping credits, that's money you are not paying from your pocket, And I always have given you the vision of becoming a retailer mentality person. Like, I know the team in Alberta, for example, that they are huge in cash and carry sales. They all should be buying the momentum pack, because the momentum package gives you $300, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't have the poster in front of me. Free shopping credits that you're not even paying for it. Even if you were to redeem those shopping credits, you have more product to sell. So if your market is driven by the retail sales, you should all be buying the momentum package, having enough BQB for the month, right? Get your LA or your LP to qualify, get your VIP and your $200 in NRS, and you're there. But my point is, we're not even looking at BQB anymore, because I know people are having $3,000 in BQB a month because people are actively selling product. But people are missing either sharing the business opportunity with one or having a VIP buying $200 from you. That doesn't mean you're not selling. You're just not telling the system you're selling. That's the difference. We know. Okay. Questions so far? Bernicia, that you see from the team?
No questions. Persons just backing you up with the information that you're giving out, and some personal chats between a few persons.
Awesome. Okay. We already talked about wholesale profits, but we dissected them in here so people can see, you know, as they grow, how much more money they can make. One thing I want to talk about as we continue is the maximum weekly commission. So we had created a little money-making tool that if you want to teach people as soon as they come in what can happen in your business in the next 30 days, well, let me teach you. Would you like to earn $1,000 for the first month? Yes. Let's go and find yourself 4 new team members, 4 new lifestyle advisors, and all you have to do is present the business, show the tour, tell them about the products, and let them choose. Do they want to be customers or do they want to be advisors? Right? $250 per team, paid within the next 10 days, right? Because we have a 10-day cooling off period. And with the minimum price that goes on the website, I can only refer to the price on the website, because that's where people, if people were to go to myopulence.com, that's the price that they would see, right? International price of $75. For some countries, VAT and duties, please refer to your country. But it's about 23 friends buying personal supply. If you are in an international market, then it's less than the 23. If you are in certain provinces in Ontario or in Alberta where people are actively selling the bottles for $80, I know many of you are selling for $80. So you just have to divide how much you are paying minus the $80. I know people in Canada are paying $43.75 if you don't have a 10% Smart Buy discount. So that's average of $36 per bottle. So if you want to make $1,000 divided by 36, that's 27 bottles. If you divide it by 2, it's actually 13 personal supplies. 13. So it went from 23 to 13 people. 13 prospects, 13 team members, 13 family members that want to be on a personal supply. And I saw one of you, actually was Kali. She put on Facebook, the company is giving shopping credits if you want to buy Fountain of Life, which is the truth. Because if you buy 2 bottles of Fountain of Life, that's over $100. People get $20 welcome bonus in shopping credits. So what's in it for your customer, right? So I love when I see these ads of you on social media, because it shows me, you know, the activities you are generating in your business. And then other team members get to see your ideas. And now we have more than one idea, right? So I love that aspect of sharing. So we already talked about wholesale profits, but this chart of the packages show you the price of the package, how much CV you receive in the binary, what is your discount of the products, what comes in your package, how many shopping credits you receive plus the bonus, how much you can make maximum in weekly commissions, and how much do you need in personal volume to qualify for commission. Okay, now I love the fine print in the bottom, even though we already have say it, but if you want to refer to it, you can always go back to it. So number one thing it says, the CV push-up goes like this: fashion pushes 30%, beauty 30%, health products 60%, and shopping credits 30%. So if you have a person that is actively buying shopping credits, 30% is gonna push up. When that person goes and redeems the shopping credits for Fountain of Life, you get an extra 30% push up, okay? Now, shopping credit bonus, okay, the $100 and the $400 bonus, it's only available to the initial online shop launch, or if an upgrade is made within 7 days from the launch date. We just gave you the upgrade news, remember, back in June? If your partner decides to start as a retailer or as a promoter, and they upgrade, they are going to receive the bonus shopping credit as well if they do the upgrade within 7 days. Now, lifestyle promoter shop activation, they have to mentor 2 level 1 partners to achieve lifestyle promoter status who generate $75 or more in personal volume each. So if you want to activate your binary and start accumulating volume and start getting access to the commissions every week, you have to have 1 lifestyle promoter on the left and 1 lifestyle promoter on the right. But if you are an advisor, you need to have 1 lifestyle advisor on the left, 1 lifestyle advisor on the right. At least on $150 in personal volume. Okay? And obviously, if you want to upgrade, you just pay the difference and you get the difference in product. So if you're going from retailer to promoter, you pay the difference. You get the difference in CV, you get a better discount, and you receive the product difference from your package and your regular shopping credits, okay? If you do this upgrade within 7 days, you also get the bonus, okay? Now, you can also upgrade progressively, which even though it's not part of the training, that's part of the perfect launch training. But you can be a retailer and generate $400 in PGB, that's personal group volume. That means your first generation activity. Everything that your first generation buys, everything that your first generation sells, everything that your first generation launches, and everything that your first generation upgrades. Always the 4 aspects: buy, sell, launch, and upgrade. Is it clear? If they generate $400 in PGB, they become promoters for free. And if they are already promoters and then they generate $600 of PGB, they can become advisors for free.
Danny, just to clarify on this page, if you get paid wholesale profits based on the package that you are at and what you sell.
Correct.
And the push-up volume, everybody gets the same push-up volume based on the package that you sell.
Exactly.
Just wanted to clarify that.
CV is the same across the board. Doesn't matter the country, and it doesn't matter which shop level you are at.
Incredible. So basically, what makes our CV different, if I'm an LA, you're an LP, and another person is retailer, is how much commissions you get paid for the same CV, which is a huge difference.
Yeah, we're gonna get there in a minute.
So here's my situation, Danny. I'd like to ask you. I am a lifestyle promoter or retailer, and I have been maintaining my monthly PV, whatever amount that is, 35 and up. And I have not really launched anyone, but somehow I got to be on a team that's aggressive, and I have a lot of push-up volume on my common leg, obviously. What advice would you give me if I wanted to start building my team to start earning commissions? What's the best thing I should do if I'm a retailer or LP?
Very good question. Number 1, you are going to make commissions. You can have access to commissions. If you are a retailer, you are accumulating volume only on your business center 1, and you cannot have access to commissions at all. This is a very good question, okay? That's why you can see here, with $35, you are monthly PV qualified. to maintain volume only. Okay, you don't have access to the binary commissions. You have to become a lifestyle promoter or a lifestyle advisor. That's number one. Number two, if you are a promoter, like you saw in the previous page, I'm gonna go back here. If you are a promoter and you are an advisor, then you have access to the weekly cycles. You are just going to make less money. So my advice to you would be, first of all, become a lifestyle promoter at least. Now, if you are a lifestyle promoter and you have a lot of volume because you have been, generating your personal volume and you have accumulated volume on Business Center 1, at least if you were a retailer. If you're a lifestyle promoter or a lifestyle advisor, you accumulate volume on the 3 business centers, Business Center 1, Business Center 2, and Business Center 3. So if you are accumulating volume, all of a sudden you say, you know what? How can I have access to that volume? Okay, my next question to you will be, is your binary activated? Which is this. No, okay, you have to have one person on the left and one person on the right, at least personally sponsored by you. So advice number 1 is let's go find you a team, okay? Let's help you find one, at least one promoter on the left and one promoter on the right. When that happens, you would have access to the lifestyle promoter commissions based on the cycles that we already saw. But if you're an advisor and all of a sudden, let's say you were generating 75, you were making a little bit less on the commission. As soon as you are on 150 PV, you have access to the commissions of advisor. Same advice, have one advisor on the left, one advisor on the right. And if your power leg is already having a lot of volume, then your strategy will be, yes. Do you want to ask something?
No, Danny.
Okay. Then, if that's the case, you start building on your personal team that, the side of your team that does not have that amount of volume that you have on the other side. And then the software will do the adjustment, start to see the milestones every week. That would be my advice. And then you are now teaching your team members on your personal team to do the same strategy, which is bring your first 3 team members on the same power leg and start building your personal leg with the 4th person, basically. The strategy that Ramin had taught many of you for the longest time helps build the power leg first and then focus on your personal team, basically, for the future. So far, so good?
Great, Danny. I have a question here from, there's no name, Galaxy. Can you please explain the wholesale commissions for LP and retailer again? There seems to be confusion about the info we got on June 1st.
Okay.
And now.
Same thing. Here is, that's why I put it a green square. If you are a retailer and you bring in a retailer, you make $15. If you bring in a promoter, you make $50. And if you bring in an advisor, you make $100. If you are a promoter and you bring in a retailer, you make $20. And you bring in an LP, you make $75. If you bring in an advisor, you make $150. If you are an advisor and you're bringing a retailer, you make $25. If you're bringing a promoter, you make $100. And if you're bringing an advisor, you make $250. Okay, now, based on the information that we gave you, if your partner joined before the update, you're gonna get paid the wholesale profit that we had before. It's based on the launch date, okay? Is this clear? It goes like this. Your shop level and what you bring. Your shop level and what you bring. Okay, that's why we put here launch a retailer, launch an advisor, and launch a promoter.
Great stuff. Galaxy, just say if that answered your question clearly enough. We have from Boris, can a VIP use their free credits to order FOL?
No. We already talked about this last week. Okay, clarity. Welcome bonus, that means you have a new VIP that bought $500 from you, and Opulence, because of the VIP program, is giving your partner or your VIP customer, $150 for free that they can use towards their next purchase of any fashion and beauty products. But if you are a lifestyle advisor and you are gifting your customer shopping credits, they can use on anything because it's your gift, but they are not receiving free money from the company. Free, I'm talking about the welcome bonus that we give to the VIPs. I hope this is clear. Remember, and there is a reason behind everything. Sometimes people take the time to understand the reason and then you change your speech of what you are telling people. It's very easy to say, it's just most of the times we don't give the proper information to our VIPs and it generates confusion, and then it could generate your VIP to be upset. So if you are a lifestyle advisor and you are gifting shopping credits from your money, of course your VIP can go buy whatever they want. But retail profits are affected because obviously they are not buying at the regular retail price, that they're buying at a cheaper price. And if it's a new VIP, they don't have access to the welcome bonus, right? Like, I don't know why you want to add more to obviously the amazing discount that they have. It's already 30%. So I don't see why people would want more. But if they are doing $100 only from you, they're getting 20% for free on the first purchase. If you can give them with more after, that's absolutely up to you. That's absolutely discretional. But don't try to, get all the promotions together in one. Like, you can't.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're gifting, for example, if my customer is buying $500 from me, from my table, and I'm going to give her 30% off, that's $150 that I am paying from my pocket because I want to give the discount to my VIP shopper. That has nothing to do with the programs that the company had put in place for you. Okay? So is that answering your question, Boris? So if it's VIP rewards, they can actually not use them for Fountain of Light. Why? Because we want that customer to come back and shop from you the other products that you have. Which before, if you remember, people were not even buying from websites. You were just talking about the phenomenal products that we have, and people were basically buying only a membership. They were not actively shopping from you. It wasn't really the e-commerce platform where people can just go buy, a watch or a necklace or a purse. Now people are actively shopping from your shops because of the program. But, you can have Fountain of Life and get some rewards. So in the future, you want to try our night serum. So you can use your VIP rewards for free to your night serum. It's how you promote it. It's how you say it that will make an impact into your customers.
Okay, Boris says, perfect and thank you. I have another question here from Kedra.
Mm-hmm.
I am a lifestyle advisor and I'm doing $35 in shopping credits. Do we have to change to $150?
Okay, great question. If you are, I'm going to go back here. If you are a lifestyle advisor and you are generating 35, what happens to your account? You are only maintaining volume, which is great. There is people that just want to maintain the volume there. Once they are ready to build the business and have access to the commissions, then they change to the 150. So it's, whatever choice you want. If you want to start making commissions from the binary, you have to be $150 PV qualified. So you can call in or send a support ticket to change your subscription, or you can just add the $150 shopping credits in your smart buy, or buy $150 a month. It does not have to be on the subscription day. If you're basically buying one family pack a month, the 150 becomes irrelevant because you are overdoing the 150. You're overdoing the 35. You're overdoing the 75. So I love to focus on product instead of a number. So I have customers that are not even, their smart buys are not even going through because they are already PV qualified before the smart buy goes, because they are doing trade shows, they are ordering products. You can order at any time as long as it's before your date and you are qualified for that minimum. you're fine. So yes, the answer is yes, you can change to 150 and start making commissions.
Great stuff. Mona says, but that is not what Ramin said on the call on June 1st about commissions and LA gets for sponsoring a retailer. He said $100. Please explain. Thank you.
Yeah, you get $100 for bringing an advisor if you are a retailer. So you make $100 if you are an advisor by bringing a promoter. So I don't know where is the discrepancy.
No, she says a retailer. She says if she's an LA and she brings in a retailer, the wholesale profit ought to be $100.
$100 is for a promoter, not for a retailer.
So based on what she's saying, she says Ramin actually said that on the call and now it's not saying that in the document. So that's why she's saying there's a discrepancy from what Ramin said on the first and what the document is saying. So that's why she was asking.
Okay, I will check that. If there was probably a mistake on what he said, it could be just a confusion. But yes, as a lifestyle advisor, you bring a retailer, it's $25. But if you're a retailer and you bring an advisor, it is $100. So retailers weren't making $100 before for bringing an advisor. So that was a big jump. But you have to be a retailer. So retailers, when they bring an advisor, they make $100. Okay. I will check anyways. Mona, thank you for noticing. I will check the recording and I can also check the slides that we shared on that day. But obviously it's the same document, right? Any other question?
That's from what I'm seeing, that's it for now. Let me see, there was some comments higher up. Come on, go back up. I think Anil and Kali's mom are together and they're saying what generosity our compensation plan has and just saying thank you for it.
Nice. I know people like even Renee, like all the leaders. I remember when we were on the call, I was working on the numbers with Ramin and they were so excited because the increase on the wholesale profits were huge, like jumping from 105 and 150 to 250. I think that was phenomenal.
Yeah. Tammy says a big problem is when you have people only buying cash and carry because they are older and not computer savvy.
Okay, we have a solution for that. And the solution for those people is you. Because you are the lifestyle advisor and you come included in the package, right? When I teach you the scripts, I always say, share that with people. People are buying from you, Tammy, because they love you. They love who you are, the energy you bring into their lives, and you can help them create the VIP account. You can actually make the purchase from their VIP account and then probably have if they don't want to wait for the product and you're giving it from you, just have it shipped to your home. Right? It's fantastic. I mean, you can choose how you want to run the system, but I don't see it as a problem. I see it as what is going to be the solution for those people, right?
Well, for me, I have, for example, one of my first level partners, she started off like that, where she was only interested in doing the cash and carry sales because also she was not computer savvy at all. So I give her the comfort that you don't need to know it. The computer side, I will help you with it. But here's what I want you to do. Get a list of persons that you want to help make additional money and get them into one place. I will come and I will do the presentation on your behalf. And when she started seeing her volume was building, well, first she told me, I'm seeing some money in this back office thing. What does that mean? Is it my money? I said, yes. But she said, I didn't do anything. I said, yes, you did it because you launched somebody in Martinique. You launched a few persons in your area and these persons did the same things that you did. So that gave you what is called volume. So one of the things that I have used for 8 years now for a lot of persons in St. Lucia who did earn commissions was letting them experience the compensation plan rather than trying to teach it to them from the books. And I found that many persons appreciated and learned the power of our compensation plan much, much more than sitting in a classroom with them and teaching it to them. They went out, they launched a person, and they saw the wholesale profit. They sold bottles online, or they sold products online, and they saw the retail profit. And then other persons below them are doing the same thing, and then they're seeing the volume, and then boom, at the end of the week, they're making $45, they're making $100, and that excited them. And in no time, the same person who told me, I don't know how to use a computer, I'm afraid of the computer, these persons now are in the back offices now ordering products on their own without my help. So for me, the experience is always the greatest teacher of all teachers. So I encourage you to do the same thing with your cash and carry persons. Back to you, Danny.
I love it. So, I'm just taking a look at here.
Okay, I think we have a question from Evelyn. If you upgrade from retailer to LA after 7 days, what is the shopping credit? That's after the 7 days.
Sorry, again?
If you upgrade from retailer to lifestyle advisor after 7 days, what is the shopping credit?
You just get the regular. So here, if you are a retailer and you upgrade to promoter, you get the 77. If you are a retailer and you grow up to advisor, you get the 505. You just don't get the bonus, the 100 and the 400, if it's after the 7 days.
Okay.
But you still get the same amount that comes in the package. So basically, if I go to the graphics so that it's easier for you to understand. So if you upgrade, you still get the 77, but you don't get the bonus. So as an LA,
she said to lifestyle advisor.
Yeah, so you get the shopping credits, you get the 505, but you don't get the 400. The bonus is what you don't get if it's after the 7 days. But the rest you receive the same. And
you get the difference in the
product. So for example, as a retailer, you only receive 2 bottles, right? So when you upgrade to LA, you get the difference. Instead of receiving 6 bottles, you only receive 4. But the rest you receive the whole thing because it's a big jump. So if I go to the chart here, you're gonna receive 4 bottles, totally packaged, 2 toothpaste, Posh Captive, and 6 spa experiences.
Okay, I see a question just popped up. Okay, Tammy says exactly, they do get from me, but cash only. That I actually do. And even what Venetia has just said, yet they are still older and giving me excuses about electronics. So we just continue cash and carry. Okay, Tammy. Kedra says, I don't get my 10% discount when I stop paying $150 in my shopping credits, but I order more than $150.
I'm not hearing well.
Okay, Kedra says that she's not getting her 10% discount. That's the Smart Buy discount that you get after you are on $150 monthly for 3 months consecutively. And she says, but she has been on her shopping credits, or she has been ordering more than $150 every month, but she's not getting her 10% discount.
Okay. So first of all, you have to be a lifestyle advisor. It doesn't matter if you're a lifestyle advisor, a retailer, or a promoter. She can send a support ticket if that's the case. Number 2, if she was on Smart Buy for 150, 150, 150, and then the 4th month she doesn't do 150, she doesn't get a discount, okay? You have to be, like, most confusion comes in because people think like, oh, I do 150 every month, and then all of a sudden I'm gonna get 10%. No, the 10% kicks in after the 3rd month, but you have to generate $150 in personal volume. One thing is not related to the other. You still have to generate 150 in personal volume. So if you have made purchases of 150 and more, of course you are entitled to the 10% discount after the 3rd month. okay? But you still have to generate the 150. Now, where people get confused is where they say, oh, but I was PV qualified. Well, you were PV qualified for your smart buy so that your smart buy doesn't go through. But if you don't generate the 150, it doesn't mean that you keep the discount.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The discount is given if you generate $150 in personal volume. That's number one promotion. But now people want to combine of the promotions, right? Then, if you are on Smart Buy, but you were PV qualified and you had selected, do not process my Smart Buy if I am PV qualified, then the system doesn't run the Smart Buy. But you are PV qualified, you have generated the 150, you get the 10% preferred partner discount. Okay? If you are on Smart Buy, you have made the 3 months 150. The 4th month you are PV qualified and you don't generate the 150, you lose the discount. Okay? It's simple as that. There's two different things, but people like to combine it.
What I did for my Smart Buy, there's an option towards the bottom. I can't remember what number of steps it is.
7.
That I actually tick, even if I am PV qualified, still run my 150 for the month.
Yep. Of course.
Because the previous month's purchase can qualify you for PV the following month.
Correct.
Right? The other thing I see that has contributed to persons missing out on their 10%, even when they are on the 150 or personal purchase of over 150, because for the 10% discount, the first threshold is your Smart Buy date. So if, for example, your Smart Buy date is the 4th of every month, and for some reason your credit card didn't go through and you missed the 4th and it happened the 5th or beyond, that would disregard it. So what has happened in the past when that happened to persons in my downline, I simply sent a ticket to let know that it went through the following day. So because the system is set for your Smart Buy day period. So in that case, if you did actually do the 150 every month, but that particular month, for some reason or another with your credit card, it didn't go through and it happened the day after or 2 days after, then it's simply an e-ticket or call can help rectify that, because it has happened to a few persons in my team in the past.
Mm-hmm. The thing is, once you have other partners that are getting the 10%, it's easier to understand and to see all these type of scenarios, right?
Yeah.
People only see the scenarios as they start to show up, and then that's when they pay attention to the rules. But many of you have had months where you are PV qualified, and then the next month you're like, oh yeah, but I was PV qualified, and then why I lose my discount? Well, no, you didn't lose it. You were PV qualified for Smart Buy. That means that month you didn't want the Smart Buy, but you didn't generate the 150 that month, so you lose the 10% discount because you're not generating. The discount is not related to your Smart Buy. The discount is called preferred partner discount, and the Smart Buy is a different system, but people are using both at the same time. So it's just to have clarity and not mix the terms, right?
Mm-hmm.
PV is PV, 10% discount is 10% discount.
Yeah. We have another question from Galaxy. I am an LA. I signed up for Smart Buy. The company took for March and April, but I didn't have enough funds for May and June. So what happens if I put an order to make up for the 2 missing, and how much?
You cannot, if a month is gone, it's gone. Your volume should be flush. The reason why you need to generate the 150 is to accumulate the volume. So if you don't accumulate the 150 for the month and you miss May, for example, and then you miss June, and then all of a sudden you have to cover the 2 months, it doesn't work like that. You lost the volume of those 2 months. That's why we have an amazing CSR team that try to call you, and you still have 7 days window in case something happened to you, or you didn't have the funds, or your credit card expired, or maybe your credit card was compromised, you're waiting for the new credit card. Like, there's so many different scenarios, right? So that's the reason why the Smart Buy date is 7 days prior to your anniversary date. And we have a digital video on that. So,
sorry, Danny, go ahead.
Yeah, so if you miss the 2 months, don't worry about it. Just continue and you start fresh.
And to add to the notifications, Danny, the system also sends all of us a 7-day reminder before our actual Smart Buy day. to remind us that our Smart Buy Day is coming up in the next 7 days, so prepare for it. So I encourage persons to always be checking your emails. So a note that Ronan just put there, and it's very, very powerful. I advise all my partners and their VIPs to click on both options on the Smart Buy, or they will miss out on so many. I would highlight that and bold it and underline it and put it in red, and miss out on so many great things, because this very simple thing, if it's not done, you're missing out on so much value with the compensation plan. So have your Smart Buy, and also put, even if I'm PV qualified, still run my 150, because that is a 10% discount. For example, those of us who do cash and carry, Danny, we buy a 10% discount, but we still sell our regular retail price. So that's an additional profit that you will be experiencing because you're buying a 10% discount. So that is very, very powerful. If I were you, partners, right now, I would go into my back office, hit Smart Buy. Even if you have a 12 pack on Smart Buy, if you are PV qualified, naturally the default thing would be not run my Smart Buy. That's the default setting. But if you want to make sure you maintain your 10% discount, ensure that even if you're PV qualified, because you bought a huge amount last month that was 7 days prior to your Smart Buy day, still run my 150 so I can stay in my 10% discount. And guess what? When you're ready to make your next purchase, that 150 in your shopping credits, you can still apply it to whatever purchase that you want at any time. So it's a win-win-win situation for us. Back to you, Danny.
Absolutely. And you know what? The best part of things is the benefit is for you. When we added the adjust my Smart Buy, or place my Smart Buy, even if I am already PV qualified, adjust my Smart Buy, is because now people were receiving the 10%, but they were not generating the 150. Because with the 10%, the 150 becomes 135. And people started to, like, you know, it's two different programs. One is to generate 150 to be commission qualified, period. That's non-negotiable. But if you have a 10% discount, now your buying power is bigger. And like you said, for those who are doing cash and carry sales, you're just buying it cheaper, but you're selling at the same price. So your income just grew, right? Because you're just making more profit from your bottles. Or maybe that 10% will cover, you know, the bags, the duties, the shipping, and then you can increase your sales. But I mean, I understand it's just different programs. So we give you the freedom and the flexibility to choose whatever you want, but there is perks that come with it. So that's fantastic.
Evelyn has a question. I have upgraded from a retailer to LA in July, which is this month. I used my shopping credits on the same day to order 8 bottles of Fountain of Life. Keyword there, I used my shopping credits. Does that contribute to my 150 PV for July?
No.
No.
When you use shopping credits that you bought last month, why would they qualify you this month?
That's right.
The qualification happens when you purchase, not when you redeem. I can have shopping credits from 10 years ago and redeem today. I'm just saving, right? That's why in the MGRS, I put you here, the options that you use the shopping credits for. You can you can buy for you can buy to sell, or you can save for the future. It's gonna qualify you today, this month. So if you are redeeming 3 months after, you are already, that money or those shopping credits or that product already qualify you for that particular month when you bought it. Okay?
So PV equals personal cash sales.
Personal cash purchases.
Purchases, yes.
Yeah. That's why Ramin always says semantics matter, right?
Yes, personal cash purchases. Not something I bought before, but something I bought now.
So let's say you are ordering a family pack this month and you're using $300 shopping credits from last month and $150 this month. What is my PV for the month?
150.
Exactly. So I can still use my shopping credits, but the $300 that I already used do not count. Only my cash portion when I go to checkout is what counts for that PV of that month. And we have a tracker for that. I'm gonna stop sharing so that I can open the screen, and I'm gonna show you, for those who don't know where to find the trackers. We have a tracker for every month PV that you can find also on your website. So I'm just gonna go here and try to open a website for you so that we can also continue with compensation plan. Okay, so okay, so if you go here, just move my camera. If you go to your financials, PV shopping credit qualification, it will show you for this period, right? Your next payment is the 5th of the month. So in this case, for example, this account did not generate anything because obviously this is a training account, then it will show you 0. But let's say you bought the family pack, you paid $300 with all shopping credits or whatever you had in your account from before, and you're paying at checkout $150, then it will tell you here $150. So whatever amount of dollar you had paid, it will show you as your PV qualification. Also, if you want to know how much PV is for what you generate, understanding that every country has a different price. When you click on a product, I showed you this last week as well. When you click on a product, it will tell you that, you know, right now this partner buys the bottle for $43.75, but the PV of the bottle is $43.75. So even if you are in St. Lucia or in Kenya, I would love to open a Kenyan website so that you can see the difference, because then the numbers will be different. Training is a Canadian account. Mm-hmm. So $43.75 is the PV of a bottle. That never changes. So if I do 150 divided by 43.75, it's 3.4 bottles. So 4 bottles a month would qualify me for PV. But if I am selling, so let me go back to shop. We were talking about the family pack, yeah? So the family pack is actually $525. So if I am having $300, so it's $525 minus $300 that I had for last month, $225 will qualify me for this month. Okay, so then you can track what you see. $525 is the PV. So in Canada is dollar to dollar value. For some countries where we are collecting VAT and duties for you, then the price is a little different, but the PV never changes. The PV is always $525. So the $225 that I pay at checkout counts towards my PV of this month, even if I had the shopping credits from 2 months ago. Is it clear?
Yes, for me it is.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. So let's continue with our training. So as you grow personally in your business and you start helping your team grow, you're going to start achieving different ranks.
Okay, Danny, before you move on, we have another question from Mary Sim. Also, if you use your e-wallet, make sure you use my e-wallet box, and also check the number 7, process my smart buy order if I am PV qualified, or you will need to start all over again with your smart buy. So that's a great point.
Now, e-wallet, we are going to be adding in the near future the option for you to choose money from your e-wallet when you are checking out, which I know is going to be huge for many of you.
Sorry, Danny.
I know, it's really exciting. So instead of us doing the manual work, we want to incorporate it for you, because obviously that's cash, right? That's your money from your business. So you can still use it for other orders. Right now, people can use it for the smart buy, which it was huge. But if you don't have enough to cover the entire amount of smart buy, we cannot split. The system will not grab a little bit in your e-wallet, a little bit in your credit card, a little bit in cash, a little bit I can give you, Daniela. You know, it's like it can't do like that. So we are incorporating a little by little. So the e-wallet is going to be one of our next implementations. Actually, the IT team is already working on it. And I am really excited because that is going to help a lot of team members. Even, you know, for the team in Philippines, it's going to be huge that they can use money in their e-wallet to pay for whatever order. But right now, if you are on the Smart Buy, like even like, let me go back into that page so you can see it. So when you go into your dashboard and you click on the Smart Buy button, so I'm going to just review what the training account has. When you click on the Smart Buy, you can see the e-wallet option already. So for Smart Buy, it's been implemented, but if you don't have enough money in the Smart Buy, in the e-wallet to cover for the Smart Buy order, it will not. So you have payment option. No, do not use my e-wallet for this balance. So you can say yes or no. You can say yes or no to process your Smart Buy if you are already PV qualified, and you can choose yes or no, adjust my Smart Buy with shopping credits if needed to meet my monthly qualifications. So if you order $135 and you need $15 to meet your PV qualifications, the system can charge you the difference. If you are buying something on the Smart Buy and it's $135, then the system will adjust the other 15. But if you select no, what is going to happen? If your Smart Buy is $135 and you didn't adjust it, then the software is going to say, oh, Daniela, you are not on 150 PV. You actually did the 135. So you're not qualified. Let me run your backup subscription of 150 so that you don't lose your volume. So I'm going to be paying $135 in my Smart Buy plus 150 of my subscription, because the system doesn't know I don't want the adjustment. But that's my choice, right? So we give you the choice. You just choose whatever you want. Okay?
But it's important to know the ramifications of if you choose X, Y, or Z. Absolutely. So it's important, yeah.
Absolutely.
Another question slightly away from the Smart Buy, Danny. Let me just make sure I'm in the right screen here. I am LA and I have been doing my PV of 150 for a while. I ordered a bunch of products, so I don't want to order anything this month. I have a lot of shopping credits. I don't want to do 150. I have been accumulating volume in all 3 of my business centers, but for this month I decided to put my PV at $75. What are the ramifications of me doing that?
First of all, you can only downgrade your account once or twice a year. So you cannot change from 150 to 75 to 150 to 75 every month. Okay, that's not a choice that you have. You're either on 35, 75, or 150. So if you are on 150 and you decide to downgrade, then you're gonna downgrade for the next at least 6 to 7 months. So then you're getting paid as a promoter instead of as an advisor. Okay, so instead of making the 8.5% on a power cycle, you will be making I think it's 5%. So you just make less money as a promoter. But then the next month you go again into the 150. Like, you can't do those changes to begin with because you have to call in the company. You have to send a support ticket and we do the downgrade for you. But then your volume is going to be flush if you're not contributing.
And my volume will be flushed where again?
Yeah, your volume flushes as long as there is no personal volume. So
no, I mean my push-up volume will be flushed everywhere if my PV goes down to 75. No, because the 75 does accumulate volume in Business Center 1, 2, and 3. You will continue to have the volume, but you will get paid as a promoter. Okay. So that's important for a lot of persons to understand, Danny, because some persons, again, because persons don't take time to understand our compensation plan, they don't understand that the different levels of PV you do actually helps you earn a certain level as well. So a person who's accumulating in all 3 business centers may not even know that they're accumulating in all 3 business centers as an LA doing 150. So I like to stress that with my team, that if you are an LA, you have 3 business centers accumulating volume from, which means you can get paid on all 3 of them eventually. But if you're doing 75, you're only covering business center 1. And if you are commission qualified, even if you're an LA, you will get paid like an LP because you're doing the PV of 75 for the month.
Absolutely. And remember also, you see, these are the little details that people understand once they are on the situation.
Yeah.
So if you have a partner that is not actively building their business, of course, the 150 becomes an issue or becomes something that they notice because it loses its value. So the reason why, look at this is a family pack. The person is doing a 715. So the personal volume of this person really it's 625. So at the end of the day, in this moment, when I am actively building my business and selling a family pack every month, the 150 becomes irrelevant. I'm not even looking at the 150 because all I care is the amount of profit I'm going to make with this family pack. My 625 is going to come 10 times folded. But if I am not building the business, if I have $5,000 in shopping credits in my account, I don't want product. I don't want to build the business. All I see is what? Expense, 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 expense.
But so, even the is not an expense if persons understand it correctly, because a new person might think the company is taking their money for the shopping credits. But some persons who've been in this business for like 5, 7, 8 years, Danny, who had been paying their SC all along, and they decided that they're not renewing, they're not paying anymore, and they thought that they've lost everything. I've had some people shocked taking them into their back office and see every cent that they had paid every month is sitting in their shopping account and that they can use to make purchases of any products they want at any time, even if they're not renewed.
This is the perfect account to show you that. So when you go into your organization and you go to the team volume, or actually the team summary, you would be able to see this account has 30 million or something, right, in volume, but it stopped generating volume. When you click on the left, you can see that it stopped generating in this past month, right? Like 11,000 such and such. But the biggest amount of money was done, in the previous years. Every month, you can see the deposits and the withdrawals. What you can also see in your, in your organization, the summary. So even if you are, or you have been in the business for the past, months or years or whatever, and you don't know what's happening in your organization, you can also see, like Bernicia is sharing, when people go and take a look at all of this. Look at this. Hold on. It's running. You can see how many people in the downline is in your organization. It's still running. Let's stop. Anyway, so even if you have a member that, like Bernice is saying, they've been on shopping credits for all these months, they are not building their business, they can just downgrade if they want to just continue to accumulate on Business Center 1. The problem is that when people have a volume on the Business Center 1, Business Center 2, and Business Center 3, they don't want to lose it.
So if you stay on the Business Center place, I think I saw a question about the business centers. 2 questions. Please explain the e-wallet. That's Mavis. And Natalia asks, what are business centers? So since you're already there, I guess you can explain the business centers, Danny, and then go back to the question. Please explain the e-wallet.
Okay. So business center means that when you are a lifestyle advisor, you actually get 3 business centers instead of 1. That means you can accumulate volume on the 3. And I'm just waiting for the computer to respond. Keep on putting here. So let's imagine until that happens. Let me show you here. So just so that this can show you the business center. So if this is you, right, as a lifestyle advisor, it's like having 1, 2, and 3. So you have a head in yourself, you have a head on the right, and you have a head on the left. So when you are a lifestyle advisor, you are accumulating volume here, you are accumulating volume here, and you are accumulating volume here. But these two, which is yourself, they are like invisible, right? Like people cannot see them as an actual person. They just come from your organization. It's yourself. So when you are accumulating volume here and you're accumulating volume here, but this volume caps, you know, at your maximum, it starts generating volume here and volume here. So that's Business Center 2 and Business Center 3. What I love about this is that by you not even noticing, now we got it. This is a summary. So I can see that this account has 27,000 people, 357 shops that I probably didn't sponsor myself, right? And that I probably don't even know. So you can see your first 3 generations, you can see how many customers, how many retailers, how many advisors, okay?
It's showing that you really have a really powerful team, because it's showing that you only launched 6 people.
Wow,
and
right?
you built a team of over 20. What?
Yeah. I love it. So this is an eye-opener for a lot of people that are probably just sleeping in their business. They don't know, they haven't brought anybody. All of a sudden, boom, right? They see all of these people. So this is a very good like summary of your team, and I absolutely love it. So going back to the business center, so I'm gonna go back to the team volume so that I can explain you this. So this person has volume on Business Center 2 and has not accumulating anything on Business Center 3. And then there is a little bit pending. So once I cap commissions on the Business Center 1, I can have access to commissions on Business Center 2 and Business Center 3. But if you are only on $35, you are only accumulating volume on your shop number 1. So only here, you wouldn't have this money or this money, okay? So a lot of people, they don't see the potential of this, and they want to have access to the volume on every single shop. So if you are on 150, you have access to volume on the 3. If you are on 35, you're only accumulating on number 1. Okay, is that clear?
Yes, for me, yes. Natalia, please say yes or no if this answer did not clarify or clarified your question. And Mavis has a question. Please explain the e-wallet, the favorite part of my back office.
Oh, yes, e-wallet. Okay, so e-wallet is where your money goes, okay? So your e-wallet is the income of your business, okay? Whether you had a wholesale profit, retail profit, personal team bonus, whatever money that you earn from your shop goes into here. So once you click on details, you can see where that money, those deposits are coming from, okay? And I love the details on it. So this is only for the month of July so far. Can you believe? So for the month of July, I made a purchase. If I click on it, I can see which order number it was. Where did I buy 290, okay? Remember, this is our training account, so it's only tested, right? But transaction related to order, this is the order number, how much volume I got, and if there is other amounts that it was charged. I can see the transaction reference for the credit card, okay? So if it was a credit card transaction, I can see the ID of the transaction, how much money was it, and at what time of the day was it. If we have, you know, a note or something, you can see the notes as well. You can have, obviously, a deposit of money that I put the money there and then I withdraw it for an order. Okay, so in this case, because it's a training account, there is no wholesale profits or retail profits because it's only a testing account. But you would see here, for example, enroller, wholesale profit, and when you click on it, it will show you who launched as an advisor and how much money you got from that advisor. If it's a personal team bonus, it will say personal team bonus from Bernicia Charles Jones. Purchase of so much, you get 5% or 10%, and this is how much you get. Everything goes into a deposit. If you move the money to your iPayout account or to your Visa card, then it will show us a withdrawal. Okay, and then it will show through, in this case, True Cash Visa withdraw or True Cash. Now MasterCards are not available anymore, but it used to show MasterCard True Cash transaction. or it will show iPayout transaction. So I want to pass this into my iPayout account. Then you just go click and go to your iPayout access, and it will take you directly to your Opulence website where you are actually moving the money to your Opulence iPayout system. Okay.
Okay, Natalia says her internet was in and out, so she wanted the business centers explained again. Natalia is on my team, so I will take care of her after.
Okay.
I don't see that we have any other questions. Let me just double check.
But this has been a great training, even though we have not even talked about leadership. But we can expand on this as we go all the time, you know. If you have questions, I love Mona's question. I am going to confirm. I know this was a big thing, and it's probably just mistypo with the graphics. So I'm going to check the wholesale profits, what it's programmed, and we're going to get back to you.
A point to make to everyone, the compensation plan breakdown, while it may seem complex with all of the charts, because I know a lot of persons are afraid of charts and numbers when they see a lot of information, they really get bamboozled and clouded. I love doing the simple breakdown, like starting from each package, how much you pay and what you get with each package. And then from there, I move to how you begin to make money, and we start off with the retail profit. I love the way that our tour has it broken down in the back office, that there are 3 things you do. You do social selling, online selling, and trade shows. So basically it's just selling and getting partners. And these 2 simple activities, by selling both in person and online, and launching partners and duplicating that in persons that is in your team, it enables you to make retail profit up to 68%, especially online. It enables you to make wholesale profit. That's when you launch persons. It enables you to earn the personal team bonuses if you are an LA. That's when your downline, your first level generation buys products. From there, you begin to earn weekly commissions from the volume, the CV that Danny explained that we get from different places, and you get CV from when persons launch in your team, from when persons upgrade from one package to another, from when persons do their smart buy or shopping credits, when persons sell products from their website. All of these give us commissionable volume that can pay us up to 8.5% in weekly commissions. You also get monthly global revenue sharing. And again, it's the same activity every time that gives you all of these compensations, Danny. The monthly global revenue sharing entails you making your personal purchase, selling online, and launching persons. Now, what is powerful about that is the way you get compensated so many different ways by doing the one action. The same thing allows you to earn the monthly car bonuses. And once you duplicate that you're doing into persons who are your first generation and second generation and going down, then you're seeing that you're getting to be cruise qualified. Then you're getting to be leadership summit qualified. Then you're getting to be, I like to call it Dubai qualified now, and not just luxury vacation qualified. So the one action, selling online, launching persons, simple, just these 2, and you duplicate that in your team. Whether you know the comp plan a lot or not, the comp plan just becomes alive because you begin to see you getting compensated for in so many different ways by simply focusing on selling online and launching persons. That's it, and duplicate that in your team. And it's that simple. So I love the compensation plan. I don't have to go looking at 10 different teams I have to build, it's just so simple and effective. So Danny, thank you so much for going so deep into it. And for those who are very simple-minded on our training, even if you don't get your head wrapped around all of the percentages and all of the numbers and all of the charts, just do 2 things. Focus on selling online and in person. Selling in person means you are actually buying products to sell, so that covers your PV every month. Sell online at least 6 bottles per month. That would probably help you build enough retail sales for both the car and the MGRS, and at least launch at least one person. Like Philippines, Danny, I don't show anything but LA. period. My presentation does not have LP or retailer. If a person says to me, is there any other way I can launch? Then I pull them in another corner. I said, listen, don't tell anybody about the secret, okay? This one is just for you. I have another package. If I speak to corporate, they will let you do, which is an LP package. But you have to do it like within the next 3 days. Can you do that? So I create this sense of urgency. And then from there, you have to get to LA within the first 30 days. So I only focus on LA because that's, for me, is the cheapest package. For me, the LA package is the cheapest package. So launch at least one for the month, and then you get retail profit, wholesale profit, commissions, MGRS, car qualified. You duplicate that, then the following month you get to be cruise qualified. Next 3 months you get to be Cancun, Mexico qualified. The next 6 months you get to be you get to be Dubai qualified, baby. Dubai qualified. Are you Dubai qualified, Danny?
Yes.
Yeah, with 27,000 people, of course you ought to be Dubai qualified.
Listen, at the end of the day is what you set your mindset to do so. One thing I wanted to show you, it's, today in terms of the compensation plan, is because I know for those of you like Bernicia that have been in the business for many, many years, they have seen the updates in and out. They always, the question arises, like, what do I need to hit my next target? So just very quickly, I'm going to do for the LD1. So when people are sharing and then they start to grow their business, they have, new team members. And now it's your goal not only to build your organization, but to help your members do the same and to get into the system to duplicate. So what we did with the new updates is to adjust the BQB based on that. So average for the lifestyle director one who has about 13 people in their team, now you have 2 business centers, or you have 2 lifestyle advisors, and you have lifestyle advisors with 2 lifestyle advisors on their own, and you are generating the certain amount of volume. So if you look at the volume needed to hit the first qualification card, you still see that your BQB remained the same. It's actually $500 in BQB. You have to have 1 LA, 6750 CV between your both teams, obviously 1/3 to 1/3 concept, you need $22.50 per team, at least, and $300 in your retail sales. When you look at what you need to achieve on the BQB aspect and what you need to achieve, and you divide it between the amount of volume you receive per shop, it becomes the same activity that you were doing before. So for example, for the card, if you divide 6750 divided by 500 CV that you receive per LA, is the same amount, 13.5 LAs that you used to have before. The only difference is that now we have more volume in the packages, right? And the BQB for the MGRS is adjusted as well. So before it was 300 BQB for car, now it's 500, because for MGRS you still need 750. So once you are launching the people, for example, if you launch an LA, that's $500 CV, you automatically have 500 BQB. So selling product will allow you to have more BQB. But if you have the same amount of people in your team, what happens? Now you just have more volume. If that activity continues, obviously the higher you rank, the more volume you will have compounding between your team. But if your team is not growing, if your team is not building new people, obviously the volume is going to come only from the sales and not from the new partners, right? Not from new shops or new launches. So becoming a lifestyle director one is helping 2 lifestyle advisors have 2 lifestyle advisors on their own, and they can be on the same side team. So we put it here, it could be on the same side team. So they both can be on the right, or both can be on the left. For Lifestyle Director 1 and Lifestyle Director 2, you can do that. Okay, where you're gonna have the team members coming from the same side. So when you are a Lifestyle Director 2, you can have them left or right, same thing. 1,125 in PGB, that's your first generation. Everything they buy, everything they sell, everything they launch, and everything they upgrade. And then your volume just gets adjusted. You need $12,000 in CV to qualify for the 750 car. Now, why the volume is important? Because that means there is growth in your business. That doesn't mean you came in, you become a lifestyle director 2, and then the next month you don't do anything, right? You are continuing to grow. So it's just a mathematical calculation, basically, where if you have 2 and they bring 2, now you have 4, and then those 4 bring 1, and the next month you have 8, and then those 8 bring 1, and the next month you have 16, and so on and so forth. So it's only multiplication. So by having this volume accumulating for months, you don't necessarily lose a rank. You will never lose a rank. You just get paid as the level that you actually are qualified. So in this case, for example, as an LD1, all you need to do is $200 in your retail sales and have 2250 CB in your team, minimum 750 per team to get paid as an LD1, right? And obviously have your 2 lifestyle advisors that have 2 lifestyle advisors on their own on $150 personal volume. The rule never changes. It stays the same. You can get a maximum weekly commission of $1,500 plus bonus. But if you're a lifestyle director 2, that means you have 2 lifestyle director 1s already. You need to have, again, every month, your $200 in your retail sales, $7,500 in commissionable volume, and $1,125 in PGB, because your personal people are growing. So the system always checks for your previous 30 days. Have 2 lifestyle director 1s that personally is sponsored by you and generating $150 in personal volume. The rule never changes. So you can get paid up to $2,500 plus bonuses on a weekly maximum commission. So if you don't have these requirements, but you do have this, then you get paid as this. So you're not getting paid the $2,500 plus bonus maximum weekly commission, but you're getting paid $1,500 plus bonus commission. You understand? So you never lose, but you're just not maximizing. And because my goal is for you to maximize the compensation plan, all you have to worry about every month is the status monthly maintenance, because the rank, you already have it, right? So like Bernicia is saying, okay, you don't want to worry about this? Okay, then focus on your sales, focus on your personal volume, and focus on your new launches. And slowly, you will be growing the organization to the point where you don't have to be taking a look at this.
And duplicate.
Yeah. So, Lifestyle Director 3, this is where the rules change a little bit. The only change in the rule is that in order to become a Lifestyle Director 3, you have to have the status monthly maintenance first. It's right here. You have to be a Lifestyle Director 2 generating 150. That's non-negotiable. The rules have not changed. You have to have 2 Lifestyle Director 2s on each side, one on the left, one on the right, right? We want you to have that volume. If we were to allow you to have them on the same side, what would happen to your volume? It will never be there. So these rules are actually made to help you. Then I want to achieve the volume aspect so that I can get paid maximum weekly commissions of $5,000 plus bonuses. So once you hit this, you can achieve this. $200 in NRS, you're doing from day one. $45,000 in CB, you are doing now with your team, and $1,500 in PGB. A lot of people are doing the PGB from day one, because what are they doing? They're sharing the business. So if these 2, if you were only to have the 2, right, it's only for graphic purposes so that you understand the levels. Were to have $1,500 in everything they buy, everything they sell, everything they launch, and everything they operate, for a maximum weekly commission of $5,000 plus bonus. So don't worry about it.
We used to have a tracker for this in our back office, and when we upgraded to the new software, it was gone.
Yes.
Is it possible for it to be added in the performance tracker, say in the bottom, to see where you're at, say Lifestyle Director 2, and what am I missing to get to Lifestyle Director 3?
Mm-hmm.
Can that be added?
I guarantee you that most people that are just very close, they just don't have the CB, they don't have the growth in their team in order to achieve the next higher rank. So you just keep on building. But I agree with you, it should be more visual. And we have a big board in every department where we have our to-dos. We have something phenomenal program that our CEO had given us. It's called 1, 2, 3, 4. Important, urgent, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, important but not urgent, right? So based on those priorities, every team works within the corporation. So I know the tracker is on that board for the ITT team. So the difference between the levels of CAR, the levels of achievements, obviously bonuses and the commissions, it only gets increased. And because you are helping your organization grow, you're helping your team members achieve higher ranks as well. So Lifestyle Director 4, maximum weekly commissions of $10,000 plus bonuses. That means it caps at 10,000. But obviously they have access to Business Center 2 and Business Center 3, as long as Business Center 1 is already capped. All they have to do is for the Luxury Plus car program, which I know we have partners in the company who have made it to this level as well. $150,000 in CV, minimum $50,000 per team, $400 in new retail sales. That will give them $800 in BQB. Now I see the BQB all the way up because of the amount of volume you're getting from the new launches.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's always about bringing new people. The new blood is what brings the revenue to your business. So that you are building, you know, a residual for the future. I don't know why it's black on the bottom. Can you see my entire screen? I'm seeing a big black.
I can't see it.
But it's okay if you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Any questions so far? I'm gonna just stop sharing right here so I can go back.
Oh, Erin says, thank you very much for suggesting for visual for the ranks in the back office so the new partner to go into the back office. Welcome, Erin.
For which one?
The visual for the rank advancement.
Yes, I know IT has it on their priorities as well.
Awesome. Guess what, Danny? It's 12:01.
The what? Make it a 1.
It's 12:02.
It's 12:02. You know what? It was a phenomenal training. It doesn't matter the time. You have to take 4 hours.
Well, I've been watching the clock like a hawk. You know why? I've been cheating this whole time that we're on the call. Okay, I confess. I've been speaking to two VIP customers who were trying to buy online as we were training. So yes, I've been cheating. There's this lady I met on the airport when I was going to Kenya. She finished her first bottle. Now she's ready to buy 2 bottles online. So she's getting stuck and she wants me to help her. So I told her I'm on a training. As soon as I'm done, I'll jump on a call with her.
Great, great. Well, thank you very much, Bernicia, for helping me answer the questions for the team. If we don't have any more questions, we can wrap up the call for training in terms of compensation plan. But this was awesome.
Okay, I'm trying to use this thing the way I should. Okay, Tammy said, terrific Opulence training as always. Tim said, awesome training. The time just flew by. Just enjoy watching the compensation plan. Mavis says, thank you very much, Danny and Vern. Phenomenal teaching. And Natalia says, I've been cheating too. Now I don't feel bad. Thanks for the training. Erin said, thank you, Danny and Vern. Mary Sim says, thanks again for great training.
Awesome.
Okay, no Q&A.
Awesome.
So Danny, our next big call is tomorrow. Tomorrow, Sundays, where we have our opportunity tour. And guess who's going to be your presenter? Yours truly, Venetia Charles Jones from St. Lucia. I'm the host of the month for this month. So I will be running the calls alongside our presenters. So Sundays is where it belongs to the leaders completely. So please invite your guests. If you had showed them the tour before and they have not launched, re-invite them tomorrow night. We start at 8 Eastern Standard Time. I will be looking for testimonials for both products, all of our products, of course, and of course our business testimonials. So I'm looking forward to a jump-packed room tomorrow with your guests, and let's get as many persons MGRS qualified as of from tomorrow. So to you, Danny, for our final close.
Awesome, awesome, Bernicia. Thank you so much. I hope that you can invite many people to that phenomenal call on Sundays. You want to make sure people can have access to this. They can see the opportunity. If they are super busy, they can be watching it from their sofa and the comfort of their own home. Where else you get that? You know, you have to get excited when you share these things. And you know what? I know many of you are taking the time of sharing and inviting guests to those calls, but you know, make sure you show up. We have phenomenal calls in place, and we just want to make sure we can have access to many, many members on these calls. And if you can't, most of them are being recorded, so you can take a look at them, you know, from our YouTube channel. So thank you all so much. Feel free to text me, send me messages, email, support tickets, whatever you want. If you have any questions, we're here to help and support your business. Have a phenomenal weekend and enjoy the beautiful weather out there.
Thank you, Danny, and thank you, everyone. Have an amazing rest of Saturday.
Bye-bye.
Bye.